Hello creators, it's Melissa with Melissa's Creations, and today I have a really fun card for you, and I am so excited to show you this gorgeous card inspired by my Jamberry nail wraps. I think that I did a pretty good job interpreting that inspiration. There's little tiny specks of gold in my wraps, and I wanted to put that onto this card. So I have some of our metallic ribbon from the Sale-A-Bration items. I have the colors, which are gorgeous, and then I embossed some of our rhinestones with some gold embossing powder. And then I have my embossed gold sentiment down here that says congrats. So let's get started making this card. I'm starting with a standard Whisper white card base. This is a piece of paper that measures 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored in the middle at 4 1/4. And I have a scrap piece of Whisper white, which I'm using as kind of my template. So what I've done is cut out a rectangle from the middle of the paper, and that's what we're going to use to get our really fun design going. The colors I am using today include Melon Mambo, Real Red, and Rich Razzleberry. So let's get our ink on our paper first. So I'm going to take some of my ink, and we're going to start with Melon Mambo. And I'm going to line up my template just kind of wherever I want, and I'm going to start kind of right in the middle, just like this. And I'm going to drag my ink pad right over that so that I kind of get a really beautiful color variation happening down here. See how gorgeous that is? And if you're worried about getting additional ink on the side, you can make your template longer to go over the entire card. I am not concerned with that necessarily. What I am focusing on is just the color striping down the front. So we're just gonna do probably about 3 with the Melon Mambo. And then I'm going to bring in my other colors. So just alternate your Rich Razzleberry, Melon Mambo, and your Real Red until you get the desired look, and you can kind of overlap it. All right, once we have that beautiful base set, then I'm going to come in with some embossing. So we're going to use our Versamark, and the stamp set I'm using is Scenic sayings. We're using this gorgeous congrats stamp right here. And we're going to be embossing that with some gold Stampin' emboss powder. So get a tray or a folded piece of paper ready because you're going to want something to catch that extra powder. So we're going to emboss with the Versamark and our congrats stamp, and I'm just going to put that right down here in the corner. And now I'm going to sprinkle that embossing powder over. Okay, and then just wipe away any additional powder that you don't want stuck to your project. And now I'm going to use our heat tool to heat that up. All right, so we're going to set that aside for a moment. And now I am actually going to also emboss my rhinestones. So I'm going to take that Versamark again, and I'm just going to lightly rub that over my rhinestones. And don't worry if you get it on the background. It's totally okay. It's not going to hurt anything. So I'm just going to scoop up some of that powder and run that over my rhinestones. And shake off the extra. And you can see that there's a lot of powder stuck to the back of this, and that's really okay. It's not going to hurt what we want to do. So now I'm just going to heat up those rhinestones. You don't want to do it too much, you might melt them, but you can see that my rhinestones have now turned a gorgeous shade of gold. Lovely. So I'm going to let those cool down before I touch them and put them onto my project. So now what I want to do is grab some of my gorgeous metallic ribbon. This is a Sale-A-Bration item, so that means it's free with a $50 purchase before shipping or tax in my online store. Link is in the description box below. I'm going to take some tear and tape adhesive, and I'm just going to run a length of that all the way along this ribbon so I can get it down onto my card. All right, we're going to run that right across the top of our card, and whether or not you want some white showing is really up to you. On my original card, I had a little strip of white showing up here at the top, but no white showed underneath. So that is really personal preference, and I'm just going to kind of go with the flow this time and see what I prefer. So I'm going to start it right here. Okay, and I'm going to grab some scissors and trim off the ribbon on the edge of the card here, and trim off this other end. And now I can decide where I want my other ribbon. So I can either put it right here, which looks okay, or I can put it up here. I think actually I am going to put it right down on this side of it right there. And we're just going to pop that right down here next to that other ribbon. And then just go a little bit at a time. There we go. Now I can chop that off. And now let's get back to our gorgeous jewels. So I'm going to cut these sections apart a little bit. So I have some longer and some shorter. Pick up a section of those gorgeous jewels and pop them right down like that. Some higher, some lower. I'm just putting them right where those colors intersect with each other. And finally, some coming down right here. Thank you so much for joining me on this gorgeous Jamberry inspired card. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you can be notified of future videos, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this card today. You can visit me online at melissascreations.com or on Facebook at facebook.com/mcreations. Thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you soon.